and then it was finished, and then Allah let him go away.
My friend, the
Something
hadith,
like
the
this.
Sahih hadith confirm that Muhammad never finished, even when he died. He said, this is the hadith, let me show it to you. He said, bring me papers. And this is in his deathbed. All right. Ibn Abbas said, when Allah Apostle was in his deathbed, there were some men in the house said, come near. Muhammad, he said, come near. I will write for you something after which you will not go astray. So what they mean by he is finished? He did not finish even in his death. Even in his death, still there is something missing, and he told them, let me write it for you, otherwise you will go astray, which means the Quran is useless. And look what happened here. Umar ibn Khattab, he said, قد هجر الرسول. Go ahead.
Brother,
yes,
I think the Muslims lied to us. They say Muhammad was an analphabet. He even know how to read and to write, but the hadith say he write something down.
Well, obviously here he can write, because he's saying, no, give me a paper to write for you. He didn't say bring a paper and write for me. He says bring me a paper so I will write for you. You know, yeah. And not only this, this is very, very important story here, because obviously the Quran is useless, because he is saying what I will write to you now is what will not lead you astray. So all the Quran is useless. And look what Umar, he said to him. Umar ibn Khattab, he said the prophet, he lost his mind. You see here translating as seriously ill. It doesn't say that. It says he lost his mind. And you know, here if you go in Arabic, in this hadith it says غلبه الوجع, you know, it is his pain overcome him. In different hadith it says قد هجر الرسول, قد هجر, which means he lost his mind. You know, like when somebody gets so old, he starts saying things that don't mean anything, you know. So he's saying قد هجر الرسول, he lost his mind. In this hadith here it says that Umar, he said to him, Allah Messenger is seriously ill, which means he lost his mind too. And you have the Holy Quran. Allah book is sufficient for us, which means we do not need him to write anything. So Umar, he refused him to write. So how they say Umar, he says the Quran is sufficient, Muhammad says Quran is not sufficient. Which one we believe, Umar or Muhammad? Who is the Muslim want to answer us? Obviously Umar saying the Quran is sufficient. Muhammad saying it's not, because says come near now, bring me papers, I will write for you something after which you will not go astray. After what? After he write this. But Muhammad never wrote it, because Umar did not allow him, you know. And then the Muslims start fighting, as you see in the hadith, and this is a Sahih al-Bukhari, hadith number 4432, book number 64, hadith number 542. Depend in the reference you are reading, where you are reading. In the Arabic, in the USC University Translation, volume 5, book 59, hadith number 717. Yes.
My question is here, why don't Muslims see this stuff in this hadith? Do they are they blind, or?
My friend, if Aisha she said I never dared to look at the private part of Muhammad, how the Muslim will do?
Yes,
she is his wife, and still she is scared to look at his private part. This guy is a monster, and after he died, he have many monsters. The second you start to question everything in Islam, anything in Islam, they will kill you. You know, imagine if you live in Pakistan. Imagine if you live you yourself in Iran. What will happen if you say any of what you say?
So I will right away kill me. Right away.
So it's not about they don't. It's about who they are. You know, give people freedom, and you will see people will die laughing at Muhammad. You see, the Muslim, they say that Muhammad in the time of the Arab, he challenged the Arab. He challenged them, says to them, bring a Quran like this. But what the Arab says to him, they laugh at the Quran. Imagine I say to you, You are saying something stupid, and then you say to me, bring something like it. I just said to you, this is a stupid, and you say to me, make something like it. Huh? If you read here, just to show you what the Arabs say, let me get the Abdul Basit about the challenge. The Muslim, they say, who can make Quran like the Quran? First of all, Muhammad himself, he admit that Shaitan, he gave him Quran, and this is why Salman Rushdie, he made a book, Satanic Verses. And the Muslim admit in the hadith that Allah, Prophet, he took from Umar the Quran of Umar, or Allah, God, the God of Muhammad, he took the Quran of Umar. Umar, he says, Allah, you agree with me in three things. In different hadith it says 5, in different hadith it says 10. So at least there's a 3. Allah, he took from Umar, which is very important, the hijab, and about the wives of Muhammad, they are fighting with him, and about the Kaaba. Here, if you see with me here, chapter 10, verse number 38. If we read the translation, let us see a translation. You will see that the Arab making fun of Muhammad. Look what it says. Or do they say he forged? Say bring surah like it. They just said to you it's a fabrication, it's a lie, and you said to them bring something like it. You know what I mean? I just say to you, what you say, it's a lie, it's a fraud, it's a forgery, and then you say bring a forgery. It doesn't make sense. So the Arab, they were not amused with it, because if they were amused with it, they would not say it is from God. They are saying he is the one who made it, because it's obviously stupid. You know what I mean? Because if it is something amazing, they will not say he is the one who made it, because it must be amazing. You know, there's no way he can do it.
To Muhammad, but he was a bewitched man, huh?
Yeah, but
they mocked him.
Yeah, they mocked him. But here the verse here, this is Quran. They cannot say it's weak. Here, the Arab, they say to him, "You are a fabricator. You fabricate those things. It's a lie." So they did not. They were not amused with the Quran. They were laughing at him, saying, "This is your fabrication. It's a lie." You see, they did not say, "Oh, this is amazing. It must be from God," because there's no way a human being can make such a thing. They were saying it's a by saying he forged, they are saying it is the made of a human being, specifically in this case Muhammad.
Sifi, the first chapters from 1 to I think 9, the poesy of the Quran is a little bit greater than the other
the language
verses that came after the
language.
Yeah, because poet in the time of Muhammad, and they battled each other like rapping, you know.
Yeah, but the Quran, yeah, but the Quran, generally speaking, it's a very weak Arabic language. You know, like it's not a poet really. It's like it's called Saja. You see, Muhammad. If you have my first book, I spoke about the Saja, and I will speak in the coming book. It's called The Roots of the Quran. You know, I will start working it again. If we go and search, there is something. It's called Saj'a al-Quhan. Saj'a al-Quhan. You will find tons of reference about such a thing. What is Saj'a al-Quhan? It's mean the rap of the monks. Those are people who claim to be monks, but not monks doesn't mean it's Christian monks, you know, monks for any religion. So they used to do Saj'a. This is the language they speak at the time of Muhammad and before Muhammad. And Muhammad himself, he said clearly that he learned a lot from the Saj'a of there's many names, you know, I spoke about them. You know, maybe I should mention, make a special let us say you know, time to talk about it. Like here, this is an article by ex-Muslims about this. Let us see. This is a Muslim. His name is Sayyid al-Qumni. He's a very well known. He's a scholar. He's speaking about where is Islam is coming from, and where is the Quran, what is the Quran is about. It's, you know, he is making it clearly that all the Arab, they used to do such a thing. It's a way of talking, language of speaking at that time. And Muhammad, he was under the influence of those who speak in such a language. And then when he started doing it the same as the others, he forbid the Muslims to practice the same thing. Like here, there's tons of studies and you know, in this reference about this. And you know, the bad thing about this, in order to explain to you what we are talking about, you need to know Arabic, because it's going to go to the Arabic and the language, and we show you the similarity between them and what Muhammad was quoting and what was Muhammad, you know, he's taking from others. So it's a language base, and because it's a language base, you know, you need to talk about it to people who speak Arabic or they have the basic of Arabic. Yeah, this is why usually I don't talk about it much really, but it's the same as Arabic music in today world, where people, they, you know, try to make a song from things, but the Arab, they used to make something, let us say, it's really good in quality, speak in Sajah, but it's good quality, not like Muhammad, who have nothing to say. You know, you will see Muhammad in one verse speaking about his wives, the verse after speaking about Abraham, the verse after speaking about the kuffar, the verse after go back to his wives. I mean, there is no connection between them. I wish people speak Arabic. That would make it really interesting for people to see how much Muhammad is a thief. Everything he have is a theft.
Brother, should I ask in this chat, maybe some Muslim in Germany is looking at your show?
Sure. If
want to call you,
if any Muslim would like to call, feel free. He can call me. I would like to, especially from Germany. You know, I like to speak to a Muslim from Germany. Maybe he can invite me to Germany, because nobody's listening to me in English. You know?
Ja, also wenn es jemanden hier gibt im Chat, der ein Muslim ist, der aus Deutschland kommt, fühl dich frei, den Bruder Christian Prince anzurufen und ihm Fragen zu stellen. Wenn du überzeugt bist, dass deine Religion die Wahrheit ist, was hindert dich daran anzurufen und mit ihm zu reden? Ja, wirst du sogar noch von Allah belohnt. Mit noch mehr Hoodies. I hope some Muslims here in this chat from Germany.
You know what, Amir? Hang up. Let us see. Maybe a Muslim on a call, but he is not able. Maybe let's give them a chance. If nobody call, you know, you can call again. Let us give them a chance. Maybe they can call. All right. Okay, bro. Thank you.